as it'll be the Seattle Seahawks taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And they'll run. It's Ken Walker. Takes it to about the 37. You look at this Niner defense. They're slightly better than average against the run, number 14 in the NFL.
They're not an elite unit. They're not, as what you'd say, the top part of the league against the run. They're a solid group, though. They do a good job. What they're looking for in this one, though, is an elite performance.
Here's 2nd and 8. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's battled down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's got his target. It's complete. Down the left sideline. And touchdown, Seattle. A big play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
49ers nothing. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Go ahead.
They begin on the ground with Galindo. They'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Get set. 53. 18. Watch out. Go.
Purdy. And this nearly an interception right off the bat. An early crisis averted as that winds up incomplete. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. Purdy going to get it
decent game.
3rd and 4.
Here is 3rd down and 4.
Get set. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Back to throw, Purdy. And he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
Andy, do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Here's Walker to start the drive.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Tyron Johnson there on the tackle. You look at this Niner defense.
Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
We had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what was fun to me was hear him say, I like what we did, but we need more pressure on the quarterback this week. What he wouldn't tell us, though, was how he was going to create it. Is it going to be just the front 4? Is it going to be 3? Is it going to bring linebackers secondary? This is going to check out.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
The Seahawks.
Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down.
First down,
And I
Seahawks.
feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you'll get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
Walker now in 1st and 10. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Back to throw. Colbert. Throw out wide to Walker. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. You can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 70 Lions.
From there, here's Walker. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
And they show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Here we go.
They're going right back to Walker. And he can only manage to get a cover. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be, but still all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
the 23. Here's second down and 7. Looking to throw. Colbert. And he's got Smith and Jayboz. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. For Jackson Smith and Jayboz. 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Seahawks lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you put some doubt in their minds.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And it's now 14-0.
Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change the game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
There's a lead of a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
It's a gain of 9.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
From the 31, here comes second and a yard.
Outside. 18. Yellow. Yellow.
Purdy now to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brings up third
My
down.
first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's third and 1.
Get set. Get set. 18. Watch out. Yellow. 21. 21. 110. 110.
They'll try the middle with Greenlaw. He's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be an out. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
Here we go. Here we go. Yellow. Yellow.
Purdy off the play fake. And the Seahawks defense gets to him and bring him down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
At the 26-yard line.
Yellow.
Throwing here, Purdy. Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. 14-0 to score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
and leads to third down.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a third down coming up. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here. On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He'll try to pick it up himself. And Purdy finds a way to move the chains. He slides to a stop and he's got the first down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's first and 10 at the 49-yard line. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Watkins on the crossing route. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
5 more yards.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Here's Guendo on first down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
A gain of 4.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's second and 6. Here's Purdy. That is caught at the 7. That is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Purdy looking to throw. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle from 6 yards away. And the 49ers are back within a score. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make our score 14-7.
14. 49ers 7. Jake Moody to kick off for the 49ers.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. Right now, the play calling, they're not doing really well.
The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's second down. Back to throw. Colbert. Rifles one. That's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Fred Warner. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
Outside.
That's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Second and 5 from the 8.
Get set. It's yellow. 118. Watch out. Yellow. Yellow. Up.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. And he'll go down back at the 12. Leonard Williams.
A 4-yard loss on the
Able
play.
to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot. So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9.
118. Watch out. Yellow. Yellow. Up.
Now Purdy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Intended for
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And his kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now, 14-10. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
That's pretty good coverage by the kick team. So they'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
And everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, an interception's result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard. Looking to throw. Colbert. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39.
It's a gain of 14
His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. As long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Here's Walker to the 43, second down.
Good points in the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know you're trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Coleman. And the Niners get there and bring him down. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
3rd and 12.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Coleman. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
It's
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Seahawks will call on Michael Dixon on 4th down to punt this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And that hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap. He locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Takes it all the way down to 3.
It's a gain of
76 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. He was over 100 yards a week ago, and he's well on his way once again.
Say it with me, partner. Encore, encore. This guy's headed towards getting it done one more time.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
In motion goes the tight end. Walker. Fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2. Now San Francisco will call their 2nd timeout.
2nd and goal.
As it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Let's go now. Back to 60, back to 60.
Walker with another carry. And he will take this one for a Seattle touchdown. Ken Walker, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job.
So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Gay is on for the point after. It's good, and it's 21-10.
Next the score, Seahawks 21, 49ers 10. Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here first and 10.
Yellow.
Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. That is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They've got to find a way to bring those two elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
To throw once more on second and 10. Purdy. Oh, the ball comes off on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Yellow.
Back to throw. Purdy. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawks defense. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter.
I don't know about you, but if I'm the offensive line coach right now, I'm having an absolute fit. This team that they're going against has 3 sacks, yet they rank dead last in the league in sacks coming into this game.
Maybe overlooked them a little bit.
Could be. I don't know if it's the scheme. I don't know if they've just gotten fortunate along the way. I have no real great answer for it, but we're seeing something you don't often see.
And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. The lane opens yards here. He's past the 30.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of 40, right around the 39. So solid starting field position. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
In the first half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
They've studied what they did in the first half. They've seen what the defense is throwing at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive. But get started on it, start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
Go ahead. Run around, set. Yellow.
They go play action here. Purdy. Now he'll tuck this and run.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away. Incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Get set. Watch out. Yellow. Go ahead.
On second and 10. Purdy. He finds his man. Complete. It's Watkins. A gain there of 21 yards.
It's a gain of
That's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Yellow.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. Connects with Kittle underneath.
They'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to 25 there. They'll give him 4 yards there. 4 yards. And it'll be second down.
2nd and 6.
Get set. Watch out. Box.
Handoff line right to Lino. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
He was taken
When you
down
find
at
that
the
kind of yardage, you
22-yard
couldn't be
line.
more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch out.
Looking to throw. Purdy. Well, this pass broken up. And contact well in time there. And now 4th down. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. He is not going anywhere. They stop him for no gain. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Second and 7. Sticking with Walker on second down.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. He was brought down at the 28.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Colbert. They're going to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Here we go, shot it. 19, 19, Lions.
Back to throw now on first down. They'll go down. It's a gain of 6. And that will bring up second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4.
Ready? Cougar 19. Shot alert.
To the right side, this is Walker. They'll get able to couple down to 44.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
3rd down.
So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped.
Here we go. Drop ball 80. Bring it. Check smash. Check go.
They'll try for the first with Walker. He's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. But the converse is, though, you've got to win those one-on-one blocks. And when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
And 60 Eagle.
On 4th down, Colbert. Pass taken in. His big tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd.
Yeah.
After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. side with Walker. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it out. We've got them now.
Let's go now. 60 Bison, Mustang 19. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18. 18, Pioneer.
Second and 2. Smith and Jayboz hauling it in on the outrun. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
From the 13 now, they work on first and 10.
Come on, set. 70 Lions. Get up.
The middle there, it's Walker. And he'll be taken down here at the 11. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Let my partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think what they're going to call is one of his favorite runs, whatever he feels comfortable with, and what the offensive line has executed well today to try and get him over 100 yards.
Cowboy 80.
Here's a second and 7. He's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there, saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
The offense on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
70 Timberwolves.
On the counter, it's Walker. And they're going to drop him well shy of the first as he can only make it to the 11. They'll get 6 there on the run, but he brings up 4th down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Matt Gay now gets ready for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So out now is the Seattle field goal team.
A 28-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. But now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends.
Here we go, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tigers.
Here for Walker running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
7-yard line.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Let's go. Half the 60. Half the...
Toss left side to Walker. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
Taken down right at the line.
Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Brings up 3rd and
So
goal.
stuff for no gain on 2nd down brings up a pretty interesting 3rd from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it. But I'm probably giving my quarterback some room, sprint him out to one side or the other, and give him an opportunity. If it breaks down, he can take off and run for it.
60. 60. Trap 60. Trap 60. 79 Broncos.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A good job in coverage there. They took away his top read on the play, so he went through his progressions and ended up settling on his running back who scored on their last possession, but the coverage held. It goes incomplete.
Gay's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
Seattle.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10.
You're not. Get down. Line up. Yellow. Yellow. Yellow.
Throwing to start the drive. Purdy. Looking right side, that's complete to Watkins. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the
2 minutes left to play in
line.
this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Yellow. 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 Yellow.
Looking to throw. Purdy. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Get set. Get set. What's up?
You see Purdy, he's going to shift them around. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he will not be able to hit to the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
This one, an absolute must. It's 4th and 4. An audible here to get a new look.
Heads up. Yellow.
things over with the football already being in the red zone. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Straight ahead, Walker. And they'll get this down over to the 18. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And the defense says they have it. They do. One play into the ball game, an early turnover.
Well, that's one of those mistakes. That's a fumble that when they get to the sidelines, I know you're mad, Coach, but look, we still got this locked down. But that's not necessarily true, is it?
You know, their hopes are slim, but you just hate to give them any hope. You could have sealed it right there.
Yeah, could have finished them off and taken away all hope, as we like to say.
Here's Purdy to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 40-yard line. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and 1. Throwing, Purdy. Finding Watkins. And not able to get any further as he's taken down right there at the 26.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
To start the drive, and not anymore. Now that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Julian Love picks it, and they will be set up now as he brings it all the way back inside the 20.
First down 10 at the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. That one looks like he'll throw here. We find Smith and Jayboz in the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
49ers 10. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give...
And the Seahawks defense gets to it. We got now a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
At the 35-yard line.
Shotgun now with Purdy. He's going to let it fly. That will be incomplete. Tried to dive up the middle way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Well, these guys are not going to go out with their tails between their legs. They're going to keep taking their shots until the clock's at 000. But that one, like a lot of others, winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw, Purdy. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing to the bitter end. This one's long since over. We give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it would appear that the Seahawks are going to win this football game. The defense can stack it twice more as they take a knee here. So the victory here for Seattle. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Seahawks, it's a win they needed, if for nothing else than their sanity, as they move to 4-6. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Niners, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.